Hello everybody, second stream of the day, but this one's flight sim. It's been a while. Had to do all that biking, and it's also been a while for November 482 Echo Foxtrot, because we have not taken this plane out in forever. The 152, modeled after, or the livery I should say, slightly following what I had when I got my private. I actually got my private pilot license in the 152, so this has a little bit of the same paint scheme. I'm trying the WBSIM 152 mod. It works for the most part. I had a problem with the autopilot going on and off, but if you notice this, look at my yoke, everybody. It's not twitching anymore. I'm not saying the Honeycomb Alpha is perfect, but I recalibrated it and I used software to help me. So I'm hoping that this means a new beginning for a non-twitchy yoke. Who knows? I still want a new one though. But anyways, we're going to go up to Whitefield, New Hampshire, the White Mountains. And you can already see that the foliage is blooming here. It's really not as much as it shows on the sim. There's still a lot more green than what they're showing. But it looks pretty good. And we are using the Bijan Studios Seasons Enhanced. So, however, that is what we're doing. Let me get my chat window out because I totally forgot to do that too as well. And I'm hoping I'm connected to everything, which I seem to be. I am, so that's awesome. All right, as soon as that Twitch and everything should be there. I also want to try my app that I used for live streaming earlier, just to see if that would be working as well. So we're going to see if that works on this. I'm actually going to do a quick test here. I'm going to go to my streams. I'm going to chat inside them. That way I see if that indeed is working. So here we go. Actually, it is kind of working. Let's do a test on YouTube. It did. It went through. Let's do a test on Kick. I'll put test Kick. That worked too as well. And finally, I know Twitch is working, but we'll do test Twitch. And it's actually reading it back to me too. So if I have headphones on, yeah, it's gonna read a lot though. But yep, so those all go through. All right, we can close that now. Because now I know it works. All right, good. I feel good about that. So anyways, let's get this flight started. I got work tomorrow and time is limited. All right, seat track back lock. We're gonna pretend the pre-flight's done. Avionics are off. It's all manually off here. Carb heat is off. I'm gonna make sure it's working. It is. Beacon on. Mixture full rich. We're using the Redbird TH1. Just gonna go through my throttle quadrant there so it doesn't like lock up. Throttle slight, we're gonna prime twice. So 1, 2, very good. Brakes are set. Master on. Clear prop. Here we go. Let's see if it works. Oh, it did. Wow, that wasn't working earlier. Well, maybe it'll be a good night. Who knows? I want to be around 1,000. As far as this mod, I love it, but it's still a little off. Like it will taxi with like no throttle at all. So that shows you it's overpowered. We are going to climb to 7,500. I turned to 8,500. I want to be above the class Bravo for Boston because I can and I will. There is no air traffic control on VATSIM, but we are going to connect at this time. So we're going to simulate that and connect to V-Pilot, which I thought I loaded, but I guess I didn't.
No, you're good. Keep going. I'm going to have to taxi back full length. The wings are just too big.
Starting my whole laptop just to make sure it looks good. So, all right, we are November 482 Echo Foxtrot. And we are C-152.
Traffic King Air 10 Foxtrot Victor's back taxi in.
You might remember early in my streaming days in 2020, I was doing an around America flight, and I took the 152 because again, that's what I flew in real life back then. Until I got signed up for the other aircraft. So, it was very cool and interesting to do that. Let's see if this is working still. It is. All right. I redid that flap switch the other night. Brakes, master, mags. Oil pressure is probably good. It is. Lights as required. We'll turn the nav on. I'm going to taxi on at this time. Those went on. Seatbelt harnesses, flaps up. They are up. Heat vent defrost. It is probably about 50 degrees if I had to guess. Oh, I was wrong. 65. So I'm going to put this cabin heat back in. I don't think we need it right now. Avionics on and set. And that's all manually grabbing these switches and turning them on. Take it as you will. The autopilot's the only thing that got really wonky in this, but I'm hoping that was something to do with the twitchiness of the yoke, which I seem to have calibrated. I hard calibrated it with the Honeycomb Alpha. There's a way of doing it and calibrating itself, not like through software. So, but if you go online on YouTube, you'll find that out. Okay, transponder alt squawk. It is with 1200. ADS-B with attendance on ATIS. Let's get an ATIS for Taunton, which is 132675, and you might want to see this stuff. So let's get it up there, shall we? Yeah.
Traffic Sky 13805 is extended left base number 2.
All right, there you go. 132675. Switching that over. Don't know if I'm going to hear it or not. No, see, I was doing this before too. So 224.
Traffic Skyhawk 13805 final
At 3. That's not much wind here. Let's do a crosswind component. It's runway 3012. And what was the winds again? 224 at 3. Okay, runway. They're both basically the same, but the headwind's coming runway 30, so that's the one we'll take. And it's clear. Not real world weather, but not real world time. That's what we're flying tonight. So, okay. With that, then we're gonna depart from runway 30. Take a left when we get to about 500 feet, 'cause that's the way they want you to do it. Avoid the school at the end there. And I'm gonna check our checklist one more time. Taxi light as required. Should test the radio. That's Immunicom. Gonna have to switch these around. And what is the CTAF here? I totally forget. It's been a long time. 122.7, which makes sense. I'm gonna call out on VATSIM Unicom for radio check. So VATSIM Unicom, November 42 Echo Foxtrot, radio check, please. I don't know if anyone's around me. But I think they would be on Unicom, but whatever. We'll switch over to the Taunton Municipal CTAF. Alright, we are good to go. I'm going to turn on the Tobii eye tracker here. I'm going to recalibrate. And we are good to go. Brakes are off. Let's let it go. Here we go. I haven't even touched the throttle yet. There we go. I'm going to take runway 30. Altimeter 3005. Didn't really see that till now. So the CTAP is a little weird, because it's still reading that. So if I switch it to that, but you don't hear any volume at all. So I don't know if that's the WBSIM mod or what, but at least I got the information I need. So that's about right. Should be about 50. Unless we're not hearing a sim sound. No, we're hearing it. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Well, it is what it is. Because the default is all messed up still, I think, last time I checked. See, I'm barely touching the throttle, and it's huffing down here. Like, I literally have the throttle pulled out right now, and it should be resting like, well, a little bit less than that. Not much, though. But anyways, welcome everyone out to the broadcast. Coming out tonight as we are back to flying, just regular flights here and there. We are going to do a run up over here, so. I mean, I haven't flown the 152 in real life in like a long time. I was going to take it out in June, and then we had problems with weather, and I switched to the Warrior. So. But I don't know. I'm going to have our hopefully next world flight in November, and I might take the 152 for some night flying, so. See what happens. Alright. Anyways, let's do a run up right over here. Okay, very good. Brakes are set. Fuel is on. That'd be this little one switch right there. Trim set for takeoff. My trim wheel is not working. Alright, let's try connecting and reconnecting it. Cessna trim wheel. Here we go. See if we can get this thing moving at all. And if not, I gotta reconnect SPAD here. What says the trim wheel's there? It's not registering it though. Very interesting. Let's restart SPAD and see if it works. Here we go.
Hopper, 5 Juliet Charlie.
This is why we
Doing
check
a
this
left
stuff, ladies and gentlemen.
crosswind for 1-2.
This is why we check this stuff. Waiting for it to reload. It's working earlier. There we go. It's working now. But see, that's why I like to do run-ups too. Flight controls. Notice that's not glitchy. Recalibrate the Honeycomb Alpha. It's actually pretty smooth, but again, I had this software that I used to watch the input as I calibrated it, so that helped. Instruments, turn coordinators in the middle, no flag. Heading coordinates should be about
for 1-2.
230, which it is now. Vertical speed, altimeter, horizon. Airspeed looks good. I have to remember to keep hitting the DG thing here and there. All right, mixture best power primer in a lock. We give that primer a little tug here. That should lock in there. All right, going to 1700. Brakes are on. Okay, I'm gonna check the right mag. We'll see if this works. Back to both. Well, that was interesting. It just hit the avionics. Left. Back to both. That's dipping down a lot too. Holy shnikes. All right, carb heat should not be on, but now carb heat should be on. And that looks good. All right, amps are charging right there. Low pressure, oil temperature in the green. We're gonna idle. I don't think it's 3010, but we'll just go with it anyways. All right, carb heat off. Back to 1000. If there's a problem, take our full mechanical runway. Otherwise, and there's enough available runway ahead of us, we'll abort, take off, land directly ahead on the runway. If we are under, let's say 750 feet, there's a problem, mechanical emergency. Otherwise, we will land directly have no more than 30 returns. Best glide speed, and this is 60. And get my eyesight up here. Cute. Togi tracker on. If we are above 750 feet, this problem mechanical emergency. Otherwise, we will take a turn to the left and land down one on the taxiway, the grass, the runway, whatever's available to us. Best glide speed is 60. We rotate at 55, climb at 67. I think we're good other than that. So, alright, let me try this for 1 second. I'll check this. Okay, landing lane on. Strobes on. I'm going to turn the taxi lights off. Oh, I'll just leave everything on. That's usually what I do. More lights, more visibility. Alright, anyways, we are good to go. We are going to call it. We are on the WBSIM Taunton.com CTAF, if you will. Alright, so let's call it. Taunton traffic. Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, departing runway 30, departure to the north. Taunton. Birds everywhere. Yeah, I haven't flown a 152 in a long time, so this is kind of cool to do this again.
Helicopter 29 Victor Mike, left base final, taxiway parallel 12.
Alrighty then. So anywho, get my chat up there because I have it hidden by this window. Let me fix that first. Here we go. Alright, heels on the floor, full throttle. Here we go. Nick Breslau, welcome to the broadcast, my friend. And I'm going to use my electronic flight bag for heading on the autopilot. Because this thing doesn't have like a moving 530, 430 in it and everything. Rotate. Came up pretty easy. And oh, this feels very light. Very light, like real life. I think it's a little heavier in real life, to be honest with you. But we're getting pushed from the left. This thing is kicking my butt. Oh, awesome, dude. I did not hear, actually. I've been busy with trying to bike that thing, which I finished today. But congratulations, dude. What aircraft again? There you go. Well, there you go, my friend. Well, definitely have come a long way, my friend. Congratulations, you deserve it. Boy, if I trim up any higher, jeez. Alright, we're going to depart straight out and actually take a right. Well, so where are you in the scheme of things now? You got the type rating and you have to go through more training and then basically you go on probation and you fly and then you're hired? Is that how it works?
It's going to cross midfield.
Oh, there you go.
For 165.
Very cool.
1,000 feet. Kilo Delta
All
Golf,
right.
we're downwind left.
Clear on the right. We're going to rock the wing up. Clear on the right. Turn to the right.
Straight out until we have the
There you go.
traffic,
Yep.
planning,
Cool.
a left base.
Very cool. All right, we're going to keep it at around 75, 80.
We're gonna hit
And
the here.
according to the
Wait a
flight
minute.
bag, sorry about me turning my head all around. Tobii tracker off. Should be heading about 006. Let's get that there. And this is going to be the tricky part. We're going to see if the autopilot works here. Here we go. You have to hold it down for a little bit like real life. Heading. Please just work. Oh, could be working. Yeah, the other thing is that the vertical speed doesn't really work that well, but maybe it'll work tonight. Who knows? Last night was giving me problems and headaches. There we go. We are on our way to Whitefield, New Hampshire. And we might do a 360 again to get over the Class Bravo because I don't want to deal with it, so I'm going to do like I would do in real life. And we'll take that 360 to the left because they always get nervous about being at Cranland. Let's take a look outside. Seeing that we look kind of stabilized. We're peeping some foliage now. But it's not as red. I mean, it's getting there, but it's not as red as it shows right here. But it's not a bad representation. We have a little bit more green than what it's showing in real life. But here's Route 24, which I'll be driving tomorrow. Let's go to work. But let's get to New Hampshire. Excuse me. Give me a second. I'm fine. How are you? Okay. Downtown Taunton, Massachusetts over there. And I'm live broadcasting from somewhere out there, so. Congratulations, Nick. That's awesome. Alright, we are currently at almost 3,000. We'll start leaning out the mixture then. And we're probably going to do a 360 to the left. So we're looking good on that side. And we'll start doing it. Here we go. Man, the autopilot is kind of working tonight. That's awesome. Maybe it was the calibration of the yoke, which is still a pain in the butt, and you don't learn about that unless you look on YouTube. But we're going to do a climbing 360 here and get some altitude.
Harbor traffic, Kilo Delta Golf is turning downwind right.
We might need one more just to go above the Bravo. But anyways. Alright, we're going to pretend we're on with approach now. So, here we go.
The 144, 180 knots, still in tower now, 18.3. 182 or 18.3, good day, 144.
Start laying out the mixture. I have a vernier control here on the Redbird TH1. That's why I bought it. Because it's awesome. It's like the real world Cessna. And I do not believe I have an EGT gauge, so you have to go by RPMs on this.
181st and Delta 3, United 1030.
Right about there. Okay. Very good. We're going to keep climbing here. We're going to try climbing at 700 feet, but we're going to watch our speed here. Again, I might have to do another left 360 to get above 7,000 feet. But we'll see. Typically, once you cross 495 here, you start worrying a little bit, you know, because it's not that much farther to the Bravo. So, but Mansfield out there, they're actually closing that down for a couple months. I don't know what's going on with that, but close out. Well, actually, I know what they're doing. They close down the runway to fix it up and everything. It's actually out there, Mansfield. One Bravo 9er. I think that's closing down in March for like 3 months. They said, I think. And I don't know if it's the whole airport. I think it is though, because they're fixing the main runway. They're 1432. So if I was a pilot there, and I could if I ever bought an airplane, could go to Mansfield. It's a little bit further than Taunton, but not much. But what do? Your plane's at the hangar and you can't really depart. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. We gotta take another left 360 here, so let's do it. Clear on the left. Looks like we are. Can't fly with us, by the way. We're on Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Service update 3. East server. So feel free to fly with us. God, I cannot believe this autopilot's actually working. Calibrating this control Honeycomb Alpha with the hardware. Calibration was a pain. I used this software called DI Live or something, and it's made for like racing peripherals, but obviously you can use it for flight sim as well. And I had to get it so that the dead zones were taken care of, so that's why my yoke is no longer shifting everywhere. I mean, that took a while, let me tell you. Alright, we're at 5,000 feet. We'll see, because I'm climbing like 700 feet per minute, but I am going to have to lower that. See, now I'm getting to 60, and we're going to stall some. Almost going to lead off the mixture. .152 is not only a high climbing aircraft or a fast one. Keep it at 500. We do have some clouds in the distance as well. That's kind of normal. Broken at 7,000. So we'll see. If not, we'll have to invade the Bravo. How's that? Throttle's all the way in. I even have a, what you call that? It'll come back to me. Give me a second. Throttle adjusting there. What do you call it?
Yeah, it's 1030, just out of maintain 3 then. Here we go, down 3.
It's supposed to be right here. Throttle friction lock, thank you. Oh my god. Okay, do not go into the Bravo. We might need one more left 360. Clear on the left, here we go.
3025, I was 4 right.
Thank you to Otto for actually working right away tonight.
Automatic pilot.
Automatic pilot. There it is.
Very cool.
I'll go back to the passengers.
And I do have to make a new background for this because this is not the right livery inside, but it's the only one I got for the 152, so. Coming up on 6,000. We'll have to see. I don't want to do another 360, but I might have to. Boston in the distance. Has to climb to get over the Bravo. I want to check our frames in this. Doing about 50 frames per second. Not too bad. It's not the Oregon Trail where there's not like tons of scenery. Because there is. We're right outside Boston coming up. Hopefully climbing to 7,000. I might have to go deviate to the left just a little bit. Oh, it's the 152. It's slow. Go this way for a little bit. And then we'll turn on course. Why does it say alert? It's supposed to be 7,500, not 6,500. That's interesting. Alright, we don't have to mixture some more. A little bit in. Right about there. Doing the best we can here. We're climbing in the 152. Oh, we should be cruising pretty soon. Obviously the nav works with VORs, but we're just doing a GPS oriented electronic flight bag All right, we can turn back on course now. Check on the right. Yeah, we're good. And direct heading according to the electronic flight back is about 006. So that's what we'll do. I'm shocked that it's not working like last night. That's awesome. And this is the WBSIM 152 mod for 2024. So. All right, we're on course now because we're at 7,100 and climbing. We'll see if that arms, it didn't work last night, but we'll see. And if not, I'll quickly hit the alt button here. And I'll hold it at 7,500. There you go. The Patriots. New England Patriots Stadium's out here. I have not watched the Patriots game at all yet. I got so busy with biking for the Great Cycle Challenge. Got that done today. But I believe the stadium's right over there somewhere. Excuse me. Right over there, actually. So that's the New England Patriots Stadium over there. I gotta pay attention to my altitude for a second, so I'll be right back with you. Yeah, it looks like it's doing it. Oh, well, the autopilot's actually working tonight. I don't know. Otto, you are redeemed. So maybe it was my calibration that was knocking it all over the place. I don't know. Alright, let's do some backup here. Let's do a Boston VOR tracking 112.7. Okay, it's in use. So if I wanted to go to Boston, I would go to a heading of about 2.5. Again, we're going to follow electronic flight back to get to Whitefield, New Hampshire. So we might have to dip down to 5,500. And that will squarely put us in the Bravo. But no one's online, so I'm okay with that. But we'll try to keep it at 7,500 for now. You can see that it does a little problem with the barometer there, but we're okay. So, what's Boston saying? 135.0 is the AS. Calm 2, 135. Let's see what they have for altimeter. Let's see if the sound comes through, because it wasn't coming through at Taunton. It did pop up in text. The volume's up, so. Nope, so it's just something with the 152. I wonder if it's going to flip to the, there it is. Altimeter 3005, yeah, so see. I'm up there. Okay, over to guard. And we'll monitor the guard even though we're not hearing much.
You're on guard with KHIE.
Oh, I don't have flightsim realistic on either. I should do that. Sorry. Yeah. That we get a little ambiance in the cockpit. Hear the difference? Watch. Should have some wind and stuff.
Number 4046, it can increase speed to 200 knots for now. Better not, number 4046.
We're outside Boston. I'm gonna worry about these clouds. And we'll dip down below them if we have to. But it's all VFR. The thing is we have to climb back to 7,500 because there's Mount Lafayette and stuff. And Mount Washington, which is another reason why I like watching this flight. And from here, it actually looks more like it should look like in real life. Not a lot of color here. Mostly green. A little bit of dark trees, so yeah. Bijan Studios, if that's you, you did a nice job on that. Very realistic. Of course, we have 482 Echo Foxtrot, my livery, which does work in this. I just can't get my WBSIM 172 livery to work with the WBSIM 172 mod in 2024. So, but I'm pretty much done with 2020. I tried taking the PMDG out again, and I got to take off from LAX, and then as I was departing, it crashed the desktop twice. So I don't know. I don't know what to make of it. It's just a memory thing, the way it handles memory. And like I could probably lower the settings or something and make it work, but I'm just done with it. I can't wait till they release it for 2024. So kind of sad that if I flew out of any other airport other than LAX where I have tons of scenery, I'd probably make it happen, you know. So who knows? Maybe I will stream another one airliner thing. We'll try it out. But I'm gonna try learning the Airbus 320 next. Yeah, JetBlue 122, flight 122. This is Flag Tampa's Boston, which also adds to the city. Should probably take off the towel. Sorry. Okay, we're also gonna back this off to 2400 and do one final cleaning of the mixture. Yep. Right about there. There we go. Ground speed is about 91 knots, according to the tablet. So she's not fast, but she's fun to fly still. And yeah, we're gonna have to dip down. Alright, let's change to 5500. I wanna make sure we have on air traffic control, which we don't. And let's do it. So speed. See if we can pick up some speed. We'll watch our RPMs and speed here. That's usually about where it sits, 90 something. I helped when JP Logistics was in charge of this. I helped them test this and give them tips about everything. And I'm not gonna take total credit for it. See that tow bar being there? I told them they needed a tow bar, and then WBSIM took it a step further and made a pushback option on this. So that was kind of cool too. But I also made a checklist for them to include with it, and they never did. And then WBSIM took it over because JP Logistics, I guess, was just getting too wrapped up in work. And then I offered it to WBSIM, and they never really put it in there. Because I thought it'd be kind of cool if they put it on the tablet. Right here. If they had the checklist here. You know what I'm saying? But they never used it. So, and it was based on the checkmate one that we used tonight. So, but I explain things better for people that don't really fly. You know? So. It is what it is, so. Okay, let's check the DG. We should be, yeah. But nice flight, flying right over Boston. We're just staying down to 5500. Everything's looking good. I'm gonna keep the speed going here because she's not fast. So if I can get some speed out of her on the descent, I will. We should be to New Hampshire in about an hour and 20 minutes or so, maybe an hour and a half. We are definitely going in the Bravo now. Don't need an update on the maps, do I? No. Okay, we'll update the weather. Electronic flight bag. I think we're good. It's like reading 1,000 feet. See if I can change that to 3005. Okay, come on. There you go. Okay. Okay, nice look at Boston as we descend here. That AMD 9950X 3D has been amazing. It loads everything pretty well. Even before you get there, I was able to turn up the level of detail. And yeah, but it's pretty cool. Picture time in Boston. And I went to college right around here. Berkeley College of Music. Yeah, I take it back. The foliage looks kind of real. Let's see if it picks up in New Hampshire, though. It should be a little more advanced in the colors up there. If not, I'm not worried about it. But peak foliage is in about a week or two up there. And then down here, where I live, it's probably going to be like another 3 to 4 weeks. Probably 3. A lot of people venture up here to New England to see the changing leaves and stuff. I remember my mom saying that's one of her favorites back in the day. She loved seeing the colors change. I didn't take it from much of a fall season person, but yep. Flown over Logan about 3 times in real life. You know, plane I was flying. It's always exciting and fun when you do that. But yeah, we're descending down to 5,500, which we are. It's looking good. I'm gonna try and enrich it in the mixture a little bit. See if we get any power out of that. Love the vernier controls. Looking at those RPMs. Right about there. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be in the market for a new yoke later on. I think I fixed this as much as I can with the Honeycomb Alpha, and it's gonna have to make do until I get the computer paid off and everything. But it's I don't know how people call this one of the best yokes anymore. Let's put it that way. It needs hall sensors, and I know the XPC model has it, which I would love to get my hands on one of those, I guess, now. But I'm gonna think about the Mosa yoke or the Meridian that still has to come out. So, Boston, Massachusetts, everybody. That's what we can see right there. Very nice scenery here. Oh man. But yeah, my dorm room was this building right over here. That little building there. I think that's it. Oh no, that's the building next door. I'm sorry. This is the... I used to live there, and I used to live off of Commonwealth Ave over here, 270 Commonwealth. This is wasn't there. This was a McDonald's near Berkeley. But they built this whole tower for, like, I think it's drum practice rooms. I don't know if there's any residences in there. They invited me to the opening as an alumnus. I never went. And then this is one of the newer skyscrapers, but there's Fenway Park. John Hancock building. My brother went to Boston University, which is over here. He actually stayed in this building, BU, right off of Nickerson Field, which I don't know if that's called. That was the old Boston Braves field. And this is the newer hockey rink. That wasn't there when he was there. He used to live there, and I used to live over here. We used to go out, hit nights on the town in Boston here and there. Kind of miss those days. Fenway Park, anyway. The Red Sox clinched the spot. We're playing the Yankees in the wild card, so we'll see how that goes. I did go there this year. I actually have a video on the Eric DIY channel of the backstage tour of Fenway Park, so. Boston Common, excuse me. Whew. We got MIT over here. Yeah, it's MIT. And Harvard over here too as well. Looks really good. Picture time. See, I used to always get fed up with my i9-9800K because it wouldn't load the stuff right away. And the AMD, it's working out really, really nice. Harvard's actually over here. I'm sorry. Tell by the stadium there. Boston College is out that way, and I think I'm going into clouds here, so I have to see what I'm doing here. Yeah, we're gonna drop down to 3,500 now, so let me do that. And I do like that it will let you grab it like a button, so we'll keep that speed going. We're gonna have to get it down here. Just stay on these clouds. But again, we're gonna have to get above it for Mount Washington and stuff, which that current weather, according to Sky Vector, is... It's not letting me read it right now. I'll give you a second. Sky Vector seems to not be loading right now. Okie dokie. No, it's interesting. Here we go. Okay. So Mount Washington weather is 0 knots of wind, 10 square miles clear. So I'm hoping that's what shows up in the sim, because then we'll have clear views and no problem getting there. I don't even know how much college is in Boston now, but it's gonna be wicked expensive. I was very lucky to have good parents to help me afford it, because I couldn't afford it on my own. Did pay off my loans. There's North Station, TD Garden. That's where the Bruins and Celtics play. And that's Boston, Charles River. Boston Logan out there, Flag Tampa. Even with all this scenery, I'm getting 40 frames, which isn't bad at all. And I got everything cranked to max. So I'm okay with that. I can't remember if I have frame gen on or not, but I'm not going to touch it right now. Very cool. Alright, back to the plane. November 482 Echo Foxtrot. We're climbing down to 3,500. Stay like these clouds, and then when we get enough clearance, we'll climb up to 7,500. And if you see where we're at, you definitely want to get them to clear you through this. So. This is as fast as she goes, 101 knot ground speed. It actually looks really good for the colors. I'm just hoping that it really pops up in New Hampshire. I'm not saying it's going to be top peak foliage, but it should be a little bit more, I would think. We shall see.
Fast 24, turn right 140. Right 140, right 564.
Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Gotta enrich in the mixture as we get down here. We got an aircraft out there, look at that. Very real life-ish. Nick Resler knows. Looks like a Delta. I don't know if I have the names on or anything, but we'll see. I don't see any nameplates. Oh, they're on now, though. Yeah, Delta Airlines Flight 416. Pretty cool. Passing my wing right here. Don't know if you see that. There you go. You do see him. Really cool to see that. Keep this thing going. Right, 3,500.
905 heavy, turn left heading 130.
We're on our way, everybody. Out there is Nick Resler territory, Bedford Airport. I don't remember the registration of your plane, but I'm wondering if it's showing there. Probably not. 2 aircraft. Oh, 3 aircraft showing on the field. Only one 172. Just that November 733 Lima Foxtrot. Can't remember the call sign you're playing. Okay, keep this at 2,400. Yeah, this 152 is actually not that bad right now. I thought I'd hear more humming from the engine. Just north of Boston and on our way to New Hampshire. Okay, I gotta blow my nose like usual on stream because my allergies go nuts whenever I stream. So I'm gonna let auto fly for a little bit. I'll be right back. I have no clue why that happens, but it always happens. Can't even fly in auto right now. There you are. Alright, I'll be right back. But yeah, I haven't been able to fly the VinFizz flights because I had the WBSIM 172 as the VinFizz livery. Excuse me. So maybe we make one for the 152. I don't know. It moves about, say, double the speed almost as the original VinFizz, so it might be a little more authentic too. But I'm also limited to the livery painting here because it's a little weird on the textures here. Yeah, it works for this, but I don't know about putting all those graphics that I had. That's a nice picture. Alright, steady as she goes. We're at 89 knot ground speed. About an hour and 15 minutes out. Says it would take about, on SkyVector, an hour and 42 minutes. Yeah, that makes about sense. Not used to flying the slow 152 after flying the Warrior and the Arrow, especially the Arrow. But hey, those Oregon Trail flights were pretty fun. I do have to say that, flying them in the Warrior. So, yes, this is a new shirt. This is my Eric Flight Temu logo shirt. Looks decent. When I sit with it, though, it kind of gets snug here, which I don't know why, because I ordered the right size, but it'll work. My wife calls it horrid, though. She thinks it looks terrible. So, all right, no switching tanks in this. For how we doing on gas, we're doing fine. Charging still over there. Oil temp pressure in the green. Suction is good. Very good. And this is, I want to call that room 95, but I could be wrong on that. But I think it is 95. So, off our left here. I don't know. See if we get more reds and oranges as we get here in the northern part. But we'll see. Actually, it looks like it is a little bit. We're almost over Andover, Mass, and about to cross into New Hampshire. Clouds are dissipating away, and we're going to climb back to 7.5. That's what I'm going to do. All right, let's do it. Full throttle.
0703000 still established, cleared for the LS. Regard 3621.
Solar panels. That's that Mamadou design add-on. It's actually pretty cool.
Okay, 3474, speed 180, then maintain 3000.
The reason why I want to be at 7500 again is because the White Mountains. You have Mount Lafayette and Mount Washington, so it's good to get some altitude around there. Wanted to do a nice easy flight, and I thought, hey, we'll go peeping for foliage. So I drove this way over the summer. I went to Canopy Lake Park in Salem, New Hampshire, and then we went right near Manchester Airport to go to that airport diner, which was really cool, to be honest with you. So. But I took pictures of that and put it on my Discord. I always like those diners in New Hampshire. They're like the Common Man diners. They're all owned by the same place, but they're really cool to go to. So New Hampshire's grown on me at my old age. So welcome to the broadcast, everyone. Thank you for coming out. See, it's grown in viewership, and we are flying to the White Mountains of New Hampshire. We're over Andover, Massachusetts right now. This is a Class Delta airport. Somewhere. Yeah, and actually Lawrence. We're actually Lawrence, Mass. Just at the best part of Massachusetts, but Andover south. Yeah, I don't know. Are the leaves changing? Are they getting more colorful as we go north? We'll have to see. There's Lawrence, Mass. Never been there yet. Want to land there sometime. That's a towered airfield. You have Lowell over there. Chelmsford over there. Not the best cities to grow up in, but they're not terrible. Lawrence is pretty bad. From what I've heard, I mean, I've never been there, but I've been through it, but I've never like, experienced it to its full thing there. But I wouldn't put them on it. Seems like the airport people are active. Pretty cool. And we're in the 152 tonight. 42 Echo Fox. Boston way out there in the distance. And Lawrence, Massachusetts. Kilo Lima Whiskey Mike. And we're about to cross into New Hampshire. April's pretty nice though. Over here. Again, the most I've done up here is I went for auditions, and obviously I've flown over a bunch of times, but back in my rock band days, I auditioned for a band called Living Syndication, and it was terrible because my equipment like broke down and it didn't work the right way, and I looked embarrassing, but we did our best with it. And not only that, but I was living in Rhode Island at the time, so it was like a 2-hour drive. But I was gung-ho to do whatever it took. They the rock band Stained was signed before they were, and they kind of kept it going on for a little bit, but they played at good places in Boston, but then they just got, you know, kind of getting older, not seeing the success, you know. But the lead singer is an awesome guy named Pervez, and he actually does like wedding photography all over the world now. Like I'm talking like all over the world. He's featured in magazines and stuff, and he was also featured on CNN. Because unfortunately someone got a little racist on his children of all places while he was flying, so that became like a big news story. But glad he stuck up for himself. He filmed the whole thing. He's of Indian, American Indian descent, not Native American, but like person was going off on their ethnicity. It was pretty bad. So good for him sticking up. We're climbing to 7,500. Not liking these clouds. So we're going to go a little bit to the west here. It's supposed to be clear up ahead. We're outside the Bravo. So we'll see. Early enough to mixture a little bit more.
Spirit 524, 182 in tower now, 18-3. 182 in auto tower, Spirit 524, take care.
Also the flashing ident button. That wasn't always flashing, if I remember right, in the JP Logistics model. I told him it does flash, so I sent the video of me flying a 152, so. But yeah, I tried to add a lot to this. Guy's really excited about the mod, and I'm glad they ported it over for 2024. But I still think that they could tweak the engine a little bit, maybe, if they could. You know, that's all depending on if they could. So, now let's get an updated weather here. 12675. Oops, keep forgetting I have to. 12675. See if we get any weather here, but it hasn't been coming through with audio. It just shows up. So we're looking at Lawrence, Massachusetts right now. Few clouds, 6,600, wind 0144. It's pretty calm out here tonight. 3008.
Headed 998 heavy, 180 knots, still in tower now, 18-3.
3 and 180 knots is doing the 909.
So, back to guard. And like I said, this for some reason, it's just not seeing the weather as we fly the 152 mod. It does in other planes, but not this one. I don't know why.
3474, left heading 140. Left heading 140.
As long as I can do all that stuff, we're good. Ooh, finished up the Great Cycle Challenge today if you're seeing that on chat. So we did 154 miles total, 4 miles more than the 150. And if I get time tomorrow I might bike, but I might take it easy because it's a work day. So but yeah, I want to thank everyone in the squadron who donated, came out, supported the channel. For that to happen, you can see that we raised $2,871 for the Children's Cancer Research Fund. So, but after September, all those graphics will be gone, and we'll have to wait till the 6th annual fundraising marathon next year. But I do salute all of you, and you're amazing. Thank you so much for making everything wicked successful this year. Wicked successful. Okay, a little bit more. Bring it back to 24. There we go. We're going to dodge some clouds, but I have a feeling we're going to be fine. It's supposed to be clear up ahead, so I'll get it. Okay, we're going to go this way just a little bit. See what we can do to get around these clouds. We are in New Hampshire now. We just crossed into it. Salem, New Hampshire over here. And that Canby Lake Park I was talking about is right here. So this is the parking lot, and it's a whole amusement park right here. It's really a good one, to be honest with you. It's been around since they used to have a trolley in the early 1900s. They used to come up here. And they had these things called trolley parks. It'd give the people a reason to take the trolley. And I've been going there since I was a kid. So this is Canby Lake Park in the trees over here. In Manchester, not that far, just up there. So, and the airport diner right over there. There's a pilot ordering dinner there and stuff. It's pretty cool. Had some good ambiance. Let me see if I have pictures of my Discord. Just have to keep an eye on those clouds. See what I can do. I don't know where I put it. Maybe off top. Oh, no, I got it. Here we go. So right there, August 12th. That's the airport diner. It's connected to a hotel, but Common Man runs a bunch of it. Look how cool this is. Look at the lights.
Me too, I'm gonna go.
There you go. You could order breakfast too. But yeah. So that's pretty cool. That airport diner. The Common Man's like this brand in New Hampshire that owns all these diners up and down the state. So that's over in Manchester over there.
Chapter 144, turn right 080. Turn right 080, Chapter 144.
And saying hi to Nathan's Planes. Welcome back. Thank you for coming out again. Nice to see you. Thank you for coming out to the broadcast. We're flying up to New Hampshire and we're trying to see foliage. I think we're a little early still because it doesn't look like it's getting any darker, but we'll see. And we're going to go right this way, try to get around these clouds. So. You always know when you're flying to New Hampshire, you start seeing hills. So. Manchester over there. But yeah, 2024 has been working really good since I built the new computer. So. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm in Massachusetts and they're starting to change color, so. But I'm also kind of looking at this Bijan Studio Seasons Enhanced that I bought. So I didn't know if that'd make a big difference or not. But either way, I like flying to New Hampshire. I do this flight offline a lot. Like I'm not streaming it. But I decided to take the 152. Make this a little bit longer tonight. But yeah. And everything's been working. Again, I got to calibrate my Honeycomb Alpha through the hardware. If you go on YouTube, but I finally got it to not twitch and have a dead zone, so it seems to be working fine for once. Still want a New York though.
New York, Precare 3400, level 6000, flying to 210. Precare 3400,
Yep. 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 You're a little north of there. Last time I went to Toronto was 2023, summer of 2023. Love it up there. I think it's a great city. Yeah, Massachusetts, they're just starting to change. There's a little bit of yellows, a little bit of reds, but mostly green. So usually it's about mid-October for us too, like third week or so. Then the leaves start falling off, and then Halloween it's like a mess. It's usually stormy, number one. I don't know why, but it always rains for Halloween up here. And then you have leaves all over the ground. So, so usually about third week of October we're in peak here, but New Hampshire should be happening in about a week or two. We're getting a little bit more red down there. A lot of people do this flight in real life over there. Yeah, it's always raining. It was raining last year, because I remember taking the kids out with my wife, and it's always wet or raining or something. So I don't know why. It was like that when I was a kid too. It would be like, yeah, exact. Well, that's because it gets cold. Yeah, it depends. The weather was warm last year, though. I remember that. It was like 70 degrees, which is not really. I don't want to call it normal, but it can be normal, I guess, nowadays. When I was a kid, it used to be like 40, 50 degrees, and we didn't really wear the coats. You just kind of braved it. I remember my father. We had an old station wagon. And he wasn't one to buy used cars, but his brother owned it. And so he bought it off his brother. And we rode that thing like a World War II transport carrier. We just stay in the back of it. And he'd stop. This is the 80s, of course. So this wouldn't be good today, but he'd stop the car. We just hop out the back, get the candy, go back in, and just hop in the back. So it's a little different nowadays. So, yeah. Hey, that was the 80s, dude. There was no problem with that back then. That was a good time. We used to use pillowcases. We get like 2 pillowcases of candy, and you'd only eat like maybe a tenth of it. So, but all right, we're going around some clouds here, trying to make it to the north, and it's supposed to clear up. So let's see what happens. This thing burns about 6 gallons per hour of fuel, but it doesn't go very fast. So, yeah, these clouds came out everywhere. Manchester, New Hampshire. One last look. My family descended from Canada, and they came through New Hampshire. Now we're down like Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Also have a little contingent in Texas that I have no clue about. So, except for my niece, because my brother moved down. Yeah, it looks decent till you see clouds like that. Just saying. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a little bit more color. It's a little bit more red over there. Just saying. We'll see. Still very green though. Got some yellow, not much. So it's not on fire or anything, but maybe what we'll do on my next flight, or when it's peak, we'll pretend that we left from Mount Washington and we go somewhere else when it's peak, you know? We'll see. We need to go more to the west. So maybe we'll do that now. See what we do. Heading indicator. DG set. According to my electronic flight bag, we're supposed to be about 002. That's how we're doing navigation tonight. So, kind of like what I do in the real world 152 that I fly. Because that does not have a 450 or a, I mean, sorry, 430 or 530 in it, so. Electronic flight bag, this is the real world one that you're seeing streamed to the OBS. Is awesome, and it's free, so, for Android. Supposed to be there in under an hour, so. Put the name things on again. Thought I did. Oh, I did. Yeah, I see them. Guess there's no one up here. But if you didn't want to fly with us, we got about an hour left. We're on the East server. I'm using Service Update 3. Because Service Update 4 does not support the frame gen. It goes nuts. The screen just like flickers with lines. So I don't know what's up with that, but this is real world weather, but not real world time, obviously. Still saying 10 square miles clear, no wind at Whitefield, New Hampshire on Skyvector. Gonna reload it. No, same thing. Okay, Concord Municipal off our left. I took my friend up here for a ride in the 172. And he does streaming, so let's give him a shout. Shout out to Anthony Wicked. Does horror game streaming. But I used to play in like metal bands with him back in the day. And yeah, we kind of reconnected. And like he's like, oh yeah, I stream on Twitch too. And so it's kind of cool. But we took him for a flight there a couple of years ago. It's been a while. I gotta get up there again, but again, I'm paying off the new computer build with the flight funds first. So. Left. Yeah, I don't know where that bot Rex came from. I must have left it on for Kick, but it's there. He's not on Kick though. He only does Twitch. So. Ground speed of 87 knots. That's why it takes a while in the 152. I remember flying the Keen. Kilo Echo November, and it took me like, because the winds, 2 hours, 2 something, just to get there from Plymouth, Massachusetts. So that was, I mean, I got a lot of hours for flight out of it, but it was pretty slow going. So I would think my ground speed was probably about 70 or 80. It's pretty slow. But Portsmouth, New Hampshire out there. And it does look like we got more red trees coming up. So look at that. It's like it hit this border and boom. So maybe we're going to see some foliage. Definitely looks like there's a lot more. Yeah, it's Google Maps scenery here. So I don't know if that's the Bijan Studios, Seasons Enhanced doing that. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't look like that in real life. But if you look at it from this way, that looks probably about what it's supposed to look like right now. I'm taking a guess on that. I guess I did. It's really the color of the trees though. But yeah. Summer to autumn. Take it as you will. Never really got the how the seasons are portrayed in this, but again, we're using the Google Map enhancement, which I like better than the Bing imagery. But yeah, and Martini Bill, welcome to the broadcast, brother. Thanks for coming out. Yeah. I will say one thing. Ever since I built a new computer, the AMD 9950X 3D, 2024 has worked like a champ. I don't even want to touch 2020 anymore. Just for now. I'm sure they're going to mess it up again, though. Give them time. I'm not liking these clouds. So we might climb to 995, which is pretty high for the 152, but we'll do it. Because I don't want to be lower when we're getting towards Mount Lafayette and stuff.
3070, 3000, kill established, cleared, pilot 4 right, United 1221.
Well, it's definitely trying to be more red and yellows. I took my old hockey bud up here to Laconia about 2 years ago. It was in October, and we got to see the leaves. But I think it was like 1 week after peak, so. Yeah, it seems to be loading. It's like maybe the Bijan Seasons Enhanced kicks in after they load the scenery or something, you know? Looks decent. Be better if I loaded into the distance more, but I've got everything maxed out here. So it is what it is. I don't know if it does any like type of toning on the scenery, the satellite imagery, but I used Rex Acu Season for 2020, and that was pretty good. I thought it was better than the Bijan Studios, but we're gonna climb to 9,500. I'm gonna have to go full throttle here. We're not much under full throttle. I'm gonna try to get above these clouds. DG heading set. And I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be clear out here, but let's see what it says in Sky Vector. Concord says 10 square miles clear. So that's not what's happening. Laconia, 10 square miles clear. But yet we have clouds. Do have to set the real world weather, right? Yeah, live weather. Not real time though, because I wanted day. So I don't get it. We have to make sure a little bit as we go up here.
Okay, 3423, slow to 189, hold that. Slow to 180, hold that.
Oh, it's definitely more red than down there, so. I don't know if the frame gen's on. No, it doesn't. It's true. But it's saying like there's no clouds. So I don't know. But either way, it works. 10 square miles of visibility and clear. Clear pot. And then, yeah, exactly, but still. Gotta get above Mount Lafayette and stuff, so you have to go high. Unless you want to live dangerously. All right.
ILS 4 right, 3025, Murdoch 1.
We are 71 nautical miles out, and we just slowed down majorly because we're climbing ground speed, but I'm figuring it'll probably be about 50 minutes once we get cleared up out here at 9,500 feet. We don't need out the extra some more. And I am doing vernier control. You can see it moving just a little bit because the Redbird TH1 I has right there.
Back ready, 8,000, burn on 71.
See, even this says the terminal area forecast for where we're going. It says between 8 p.m. and wait a second here. talking local, 8 p.m.
Dog 71, do you still maintain 5,000? 5,000 for dog
At
71.
8 o'clock, it's supposed to have no wind. Sky's clear. So, that's the 29th, but that's Zulu time. So again, that's gonna be it's supposed to be skies clear here and there. The terminal air forecast. So either way, we'll get around this. We can always get through a hole.
For dog 71, 15 from Gritty. Gritty at 3,000 cleared.
Let's take a look outside.
3,000 Gritty, cleared island.
This isn't helping our leaf peeping though, which it does seem to get a little bit more reddish over here. We're right outside Concord, New Hampshire. It should be over here. Good picture time. There you go. Highest I've gone in a 152, I think it's like 7,500. Okay, we're holding at 9.5. Get back to about 2,400, but maybe with the winds up here, we'll get a little bit more ground speed. We'll have to see. Maybe not. Could go the other way too. So right now it's saying I have about 80 knot ground speed on the electronic flight bag here. So it is what it is. It's been quite pleasurable in the 152 tonight. Yep, when I was testing last night, it's giving me nothing but problems. So go figure.
108 knots or greater to Newark and Tower 18.3. You as well, production.
Excuse me for yawning.
1855, proceed direct, ready, maintain 8,000.
Lots of clouds.
Directly to 8,000 and 1855.
Some yellows. Gonna make an observation that we would turn to the east, get out of this. If we had to, it's good to note that for now. I think we're gonna be fine still. Never know. Worst case scenario, you do a 180. Start with that. See what you can do.
Out of 1855, you said maintain 6,000. 6,000.
I gotta turn the air conditioning off. Getting cold in here. So, Alexa, turn off office air. It's off. Saves money too.
For sequencing behind the medical emergency.
Yeah, it's been a little warmer than usual here and there.
3636.
It's supposed to go down in temperature in Massachusetts the next 3 days. I'm about to go near Laconia. Gonna make a correction here to get a little bit more direct on course here. Well, actually, just doing the launch off like that. Click and hold direct. Boom. And we should probably go down to 8.5 now that we're gonna go more in that type of heading here. So let's do that. Oops. Keep the speed going. Should be heading about 359.
Scandinavia 907, do you set to maintain 3,000? The 7maintain 3,000 Scandinavia 907.
There we go.
Scandinavia 907,
it's more like it. And we're actually going to be flying over Alton Bay where they have the ice runway. I don't know if we're going to see it though in the clouds. check it out. Lake Winnipesaukee and Laconia. Over there somewhere.
United 1855, 18 miles from Gritty, cross Gritty at 3,000, cleared island 4 right approach, present speed still advised.
Present speed still advised, cross Gritty at 3, cleared for ILS 4 right, United 55.
This thing sips fuel, 6 gallons per an hour or so. Probably less than that, being up so high, but.
Scandinavia 9075 from Doolin.
I don't know, 85's gonna come close to these clouds. Maybe we should go that way and go 6.5. That's what I'm thinking. So let's do that now. Holy shnikes. Oh man, might be cheating just a little bit here. Okay, let's try to get underneath the clouds. 6.5 is gonna be a little close for the mountains, but we'll see. Try to get underneath these clouds.
Maintain 180 knots or greater and still doing.
Head down at 04 right, then 180, I'm still doing Scandinavia 9.
Okay. Turn a little bit more to the north. We'll have to see. It's tricky navigating through all this stuff. Do a right 360 if I have to.
Island 4 right, North altimeter 3024. 3024, we'll expect 4 right, break 34.
Again, 152, not the fastest. Yeah, it does look a little bit more red and yellow here. Especially over here, look at that. Try to send a little faster too. Alton Bay over there. And that's where the ice runway is. Would love to do that someday, but we'll see. I did take the FAA training on that one year. That year it didn't really freeze over well enough. This year it did, but every time I want to go, it's like I can't grab a plane and just go because I rent. You know? And even then, I have to kind of ask about the insurance. I have my own rental insurance, so that's not an issue. And my flight school is pretty. I don't want to say lax, but they're pretty understanding of letting you do what you want to do as long as you're safe. You know? It'd be kind of cool to land there. But I might take my flight instructor with me, who's also a friend, who's a co-worker before he became my flight instructor. He can cross it off his bucket list. He's an older gentleman. Oh, I keep getting all these things to ban. Stop it. It's the ban thing. Ban. I don't know if 6.5 is going to make it happen. Now let's go 4.5 and we'll see what happens. But that's not going to be high enough to get over the mountains, so hopefully it clears up ahead. That's what we're hoping. Enriching the mixture as we get down here. Keep an eye on that speed. Right. I think I'm going to do a right 360 to get down, so let's do that now. Keep an eye on that speed.
44 is 35, you're below, expect island 4 right, north altimeter.
We've got some reds here.
024 right.
We're just south of Lake Winnipesaukee.
3636 is 4 from Gritty for left heading 070, maintain 3 till south, clear at island 4, right approach.
See what that does. Definitely have to go below 6.5. So yeah, a little maneuvering tonight, but
670 for left heading 150.
Left heading 150 to 670.
Yeah, 3636, maintain 180 knots until due and contact tower 183. Have a nice day.
What are you doing?
a lot more color now. Look at that. That is impressive. Alton Bay up there. Conia's going to be over here.
Course C76010, New York below, New York altimeter 3024. Is a 240 heading on course for you?
Actually, it's a 245.
Try to go right up. Winnipesaukee there. Yeah, supposedly they give you a certificate or a challenge coin or something when you land there. So. They had a couple accidents there this year, so they do warn you about that in the FAA online course if you want to take that about Alton Bay.
Looking at the traffic on
Alton Bay, Alton. I don't remember how you pronounce it, but. Anyways, we're gonna just go to 500 feet per minute. A little stress there, off the plane.
Yeah, 3401, so you should maintain 4,000.
Down to break 3401.
Those hills are gonna be the problem. Peak of that looks to be 2,990 feet, so we should be fine at 4.5. Just want to get some weather here. 133.525 is Laconia.
At 670 for left heading 120.
That's 120.
We're about a half hour out, so. Few clouds at 2,700. See, like, that's not what it's saying. Sky vector. So just saying. This says 160 at 3, 10 square miles and clear. Okay.
Karen 3401, maintain 200 knots, then you should maintain 3,000.
200 knots down to 3,000. Break 3401.
You can't really read that, but that's what I think. 3013 is the altimeter. Okay, going back to guard. I don't know what's up with that. It works in every other plane.
Go on guard with
Do it here. Maybe the microphone has to be on too. I don't know.
Left 070 down to 2,000 and 2,000 established clear pilot 4 right.
There's a little Easter egg here. They have a little bird right there. See that?
Karen 3401,
right there.
from Gritty, cross Gritty at 3,000, clear at island 4, right approach.
Cross Gritty at 3,000, break
Easter egg, if you will.
clear island.
Alright, still have a lot of green here. So, yeah, I don't think it's that bad looking for modern foliage.
New York Altimeter 65, heavy 6,000. 65 heavy New York.
People are saying that they're starting to see black squirrels down here in Massachusetts. So we're getting some squirrels from Toronto, I'll tell you that, Nathan. They said they're starting to see them more often.
At 670, maintain 180 knots or greater until due end. Contact tower 118.3. Have a nice day.
Tower 180 or greater to doing that.
Alright, I'm gonna keep this ship going here. Look at that fuel. Sipping fuel. That's about normal indicated right there.
Bird 4435, you said I maintain 3,000.
Yeah, maintain 3,000.
82 knot ground speeds. Do I see some ships? Oh, wait, I do. There you go. Some boats. Some boats.
Maintain 180 knots or greater until due end. Contact tower 18.3. Have a great day.
It's pretty normal. Let's see. Do want to go backpacking this summer. Never did get to do that, so there's always next year, I guess. We did go camping in Taunton.
Cleared island 4 right approach. Maintain
The
210
campground is
knots or
right near
greater.
the airport where we departed. So, come on. We got about 36 more minutes to go, and I gotta figure out this going over the hills and mountains thing. So. Let's see. I'll evaluate as I go.
New York, United 24, 28, at 6,000.
So off the tablet for a little bit.
428, you're below. Do you said I maintain 5,000?
5,000, United 24, 28.
Got some ski slopes over there. Does seem to clear a little bit. Right, I think we should try
heavy, turn left heading 150.
8.5. Let's
Turn
do it.
150, United 65 heavy.
Okay. Vertical speed. At full throttle. Did clear up over here at least. We'll see.
Approach, good afternoon, Scanner, -03, heavy, maintaining 6,000.
Canadian 903,
Apologize for
heavy,
the yawning.
good afternoon. Do you said I maintain 5,000?
Still maintain 5,000, Scanner, 903, heavy.
It's the last zero sugar Reese's peanut butter. They're not bad, to be honest with you.
United 65 heavy, do you said I maintain 3,000? Send 3,000, United 65 heavy.
Oh, it definitely cleared up, so that's cool. Is it me or do like the sectionals? I didn't see my paper sectionals coming in soon, I think. But it seems like the paper sectionals, they changed the colors on them.
4435,
They seem to be darker.
180 knots or
Some
greater
areas.
until due end. Contact tower 18.3. Have a nice day.
I don't know. It just looks different to me. It's like the vibrancy of the color seems darker. That makes sense. We're climbing to 8,500 now that it's clear. We're gonna get over that mountain. Off our left is Laconia, so that's Laconia Airport over there. It's a nice little airport. They have a supposedly a $50 bathroom fee. So I told my friend who I took, I was like, yeah, we're not using the bathroom there, so. Then he really had to go, so he used the nature's bathroom. But yeah, that was free, by the way. Just saying. Okay, I'm gonna let Otto take over for a second. I gotta blow my nose again. Be right back.
Hold final break here, 3662, 60 to 76,000 and 180. 3682, near below, do you set to maintain 5,000? That's for you, 36.
And I'm back. Again, we got about 34 minutes to go to our final destination tonight, Whitefield, New Hampshire. We're checking out the foliage as we go. But not bad. It's not peak yet.
Turn left heading 120.
I don't like that it doesn't really load in the distance. It's kind of like, this is maxed out settings too, and I have 400, 200 on the level of detail. I don't remember which one's which.
Factor, maintain 210 knots or greater. 10 or better, United 65 Heavy.
It is what it is. Wonder what frames I'm pulling in here though. 60. Again, about 60 frames per second here. Not too shabby.
It's 24, 28, turn left heading 150.
152 is not bad if you're just going to fly by yourself in a plane. You know? It's not really meant for tons of passengers or anything like that. In fact, it's meant for training. But if you're a solo pilot who just wants a plane to fly to and fro, 152 might be for you. You can pick up an older one for about 30,000-ish. Depends on the engine time. But,
65 Heavy, reduced speed to 180.
Yeah. And then there's some with like advanced electronics that people try saying it's worth 70,000. I don't know about that in a 152. But yeah. There used to be 172s for 50,000 back when I was looking back in the day, a couple of years ago. Those days are far gone too. 172 could run you anywhere from like 70 to like 115,000 used. And I'm talking like late 1970s models, maybe early 80s. So the market's definitely still up there. It's cooled off a little bit, but it's still up there.
Maintain 2,000, still established.
I don't know why that's cutting out sound here. Yeah. Alright, I'm going to reconnect things. That's the simulator. It does that every now and then. So the screen's going to go black for 1 second, and then I'll be right back. It's also like it loses contact with the sound card or something. It's really weird. Uh-oh. Here we go. There you go. Now it's working. I don't get it. It does that every now and then. Okay, we're supposed to be going straight north to get direct here, so let's do that. Also set the DG again. Correct it if you will. That means that we're supposed to be at 7,500, so we'll set the 7. Uh-oh. Autopilot's going nuts. That does happen from time to time, so let's hope it holds. We've had problems with that last night with that. I have no clue why. I think it's gonna hold now though. See, I don't have any clue why it does that. Seems to be working now though.
070 and clear 3,000 clip ILS 48 approach.
Right over Moultonboro, Fort Mike Bravo, which is off our left. Lake Winnipesaukee, last look before we keep going north. And we're staying at 7.5 for now. I'm gonna lean this out a little bit more. Last 100-ish. Keep it going. See, I have no clue why the autopilot would do something like that, you know? Be nice to see red all the way through, you know what I mean?
At 1533, speed 180, then maintain 3,000.
Mountains look bald.
United 1533.
So you get right on.
Breaker 3400,
Is
speed
what it
180,
is.
then maintain 3000. 180 on the speed, then 3000, Breaker 3400.
Yeah, we should be there about 23 minutes actually, so that's going down. Ground speed went up by almost 10 knots. We're at 89 knot ground speed. So yeah. Cool. That might be Mount Washington out there.
When you're at 8, slow to 210, then maintain 6000. At 8, slow to
Peak right there, Mount Washington, that's what it looks like. So that's the tallest point in New England. 6,600 something feet. You could drive your car up there. It's a rite of passage, if you will, but usually you get a bumper sticker that says this car climbed Mount Washington. We bought a magnet and it stuck on my wife's car for a while, but then it got lost. So I don't think she wants to go back up the mountain now, especially in her car.
47, turn right 11.
But I'd do it again.
Turn 11,
Just
turn
saying. Went up in August of 2022. Now I was in my gung-ho phase because I just lost my brother, so I was like, I'm gonna do all these things I didn't even think I was gonna do, you know. I just noticed we're not on that sim Unicom this whole time. Wow. Anyway, our route's been pretty straight. Taunton tonight, past Boston. You know, we're making to Hill Hotel. Echo, which just it's not even popping up right now. It's somewhere.
Full final breaker 3682, 6,000 and 1 engine. 3682, near below, do you set to maintain 5,000?
Oh, it's right there. Okay. And near Whitefield, so. It's a nice area with Mount Washington and everything. If you have small children, they have this park called Santa's Village. It's like it's supposed to be Santa's summer resort. It's pretty nice. But Zach's definitely outgrew it. And Maddie, she might have like 1 or 2 more years to go there. But we did go to Camp Lake Park, which had a great water park in it too. They revamped it, so it has like a whole lazy river. Seems like a lot of music parks up here. And I don't know in general. I don't know if in general, but they have like water parks included. And we paid like $50 a ticket, 50 something. But it was like, you get the water park with that and everything. So I didn't think that was terrible. But we're going to be climbing over, or flying over, I should say, Mount Lafayette. And again, the tallest peak in New England, which is awesome to see here, is Mount Washington. And I want to do this in real life someday. But I've come close to it. I went to Laconia, it's about as far north as I've been. Hampshire. Not that far off from this. Now I gotta be.
It's 2428, turn left heading 150, do you set to maintain 3,000?
That's 150 to the 3, United 2428.
Well, because we're going more west at least. Yep, that just fell. Yeah, I did find the covers to my headphones finally. One that I lost, but I have the cheap Chinese ones on there right now, which they actually look like the real thing, to be honest with you. I don't know if they are or not, but.
65 heavy,
Climb to
reduce speed to
8.5.
180. 4180 again at 65.
Checking out the foliage as we get up here.
It's 65 heavy, 6 from Doolin, turn left heading 070, do you set to maintain 2,000, still establish those
There's all
lines,
military operational
right
reason here too as well.
070, 2,500, cleared out runway 4 right.
You'd obviously want to know if they're active or not when you're flying up here, but. Should be there in about 22 minutes. Let's get the ASOS ready to go here. 118.525. See if we see it, because it's not going to be playing over this.
Still established, or above, cleared island 4 right, thank you. 2,000 or above, until established.
I can only read it, so I'm sorry about that. It says visibility 10, wind calm. So sky condition clear. That's exactly what I said it would be on Sky Vector. Trying to get an altimeter setting here. It's kind of weird that's not playing it back. if not, if I can't get one, I'm gonna cheat. Just put it in.
65 heavy, maintain 180 knots, still doing, contact tower 18-3, have a nice
Says
day.
3015 on
Still
Skype.
doing over to
Just
18-3,
send
5
it
heavy,
to-
Virginia.
Alright, I don't know if I get stuck there. It's just the way it is. Back to guard. You know what that means if you've seen my channel.
You're on guard with
No, it just did it now. 3015. Weird. It's weird that it doesn't handle it right in the 152 mod. Still usable, but kind of beats the ambiance. Oh, foliage doesn't look bad. My biggest complaint is it doesn't go all the way in the distance. It's only around where you are, diameter. You know, and this is getting maxed out settings and huge level of detail. It is what it is, though. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so I didn't get the winds. I was an idiot. Let me get the winds while we're here. Wind calm. Alright, so there's a left and a right here. Let me show you this. Left pattern for 10, right pattern for 28. I think I'm going to overfly the airfield and then do a left downwind entry for runway 10. That's what I think I'm going to do. So I don't know which one's the calm runway. Maybe I could check that in the chart supplement. Now I got it here. Cessna, I think. Intended irregularly. Cold temperature airport. Correction required out of below -28.
6,000 on a heading 196 degrees.
Beaver 185 heavy, new approach to maintain 5,000.
On 10, they have some
Maintain 5,000. Beaver 185 heavy.
some towers you gotta worry about. Oh, excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna do 10 because I almost always do 2-8. The reason why it's a right pattern for 2-8 is they want you staying out of the mountains. There's hills right south of the airfield. So. But yeah, we're getting some colors now. Look at that. Getting some color. That side too. I'd say that's probably representative of what it is right now. Alright, we gotta keep it up high here. Then we're gonna descend when we get near the mountains. Mount Washington, right over there. And at the top is an observation / scientific place there. Yeah, I grabbed my Maddie, I had her on my arms, and Zach came up with me and we went right to the peak. My wife was a little nervous, but it was pretty cold for August. It was probably about 40 degrees up there, something like that. It's been a nice flight today. I'm glad I did one. Bike streams aren't popular, at least for now, but I really just did it to prove to people that I actually do the bike riding for the Great Cycle Challenge when you're doing so. Excuse me. You alright? 15 minutes out. Get staying high to get over Mount Lafayette here, which is right to our left.
Sorry, I heard what
Right
I
over
saw.
here.
070-2000 still established. Cleared ILS 4 right, number 4393.
Take a look outside. Surprised we're not seeing any nameplates here. Some in the distance.
Georgia, that 1291, 10 for 8,000, Dylan with Lima.
At 1291, you approach, thank you, ILS4 right, altimeter 3023.
34 ring.
Oh, should be better than a decent hour tonight. As long as we make this landing. I did do a video of how to fly the 152 realistically a long time ago. It's on the Airflight channel. I should probably do one for the 172 and the Warrior and the Arrow and the Archer. I should probably do that so I fly those in real life. That'd be awesome to do that. So, and it was in the JP Logistics mod in 2020 that I did that with. So, but I think it's kind of cool to see how pilots do it. At least I do it, you know, in real life. Typically, we keep this around 2350, 2400.
Maintain 210 knots.
The prop on the one I rent says 2350 because of just the limitations. So. All right, got the mixture right now. Yeah, we're seeing foliage up here.
We're 185, heavy speed 220, just want to maintain 4,000.
220 knots, descent, maintain 4,000, speed level 185.
I do like coming up here though. We were actually going to go backpacking on the left side of Mount Lafayette, somewhere around here. See where it says the aerial tramway? On the left there's a nice little trail that you could take in there and camp, backpacking. It's only like 2 miles in, 2 miles out, so I thought it'd be a good one, but we never made it. So maybe next year. I bought everything too, so we have like the beer, food, container thing and everything like that, but the backpack wasn't fitting right, and for Zach, and it was like one thing after another, and I was like, dude, we'll just do this another time. And then he got baseball going on all summer long, so I do hope to backpack up here.
United 50 heavies with you at 6,000.
Kind of cool to do that.
Roger, maintain 5,000.
Set 5,000, 50 heavy.
Kind of cool to film that and post it. That'd be kind of cool too. But it is what it is. Right, we should be seeing the airport in the distance pretty soon.
At 370, 180 knots are created, so 21 County George Tower, 18.3, we'll see you.
Major better doing it, switch to tower now, United 370.
It's not DG as we go. About Washington to our right. I wish it loaded a lot more trees. I get it. I get why they don't, but it'd be nice if they did, you know. That's what it looks like right now. That's about right.
United 1291, so to maintain 6,000.
6,000, 1291.
Okay, we're going to do a slow descent. Pattern altitude's about 2,000 feet. So let's, oh, excuse me, get that going on here. Okay, vertical speed. Still do negative 500, but we're going to keep an eye on it. And we'll keep that speed of pump in here. I'm also going to go over to the west a little bit more.
220 knots are created, so gritty. Maintain 3,000, established, cleared ILS, and 4 at approach.
ILS 4 right, 220.
It's definitely got some color up here. Oh, I think the autopilot's going on again. Don't know why it does that. Weird. Mount Lafayette, right over here, off our left. I think it's this peak over here. It's 5,280 feet.
At 1291, turn right, heading 090.
And Mount Washington.
5,000.
Heading 5,000 altitude, United 1291.
That might be it right there. So we're gonna overfly it, come over here, do a turn in here. If that's what it is. I think that's it though. There's the little observation scientific area on the top there. So you drive up, there's a whole road. You pay like, I forget what it was, 2022, I think we paid like 15 bucks a person in the car. So it wasn't cheap, or it was like 20. It's pretty expensive to be honest with you, when you're driving your own car up. And then when you descend down the mountain, you have to like rest your brakes because you're literally hitting the brakes hard going down the mountain. They have little turn-off places where you just sit there and wait for the brakes to cool off. It's good if you're gonna do it once in your life. You might as well, you know. That's the way I put that. And people camp on this too. This is one of the deadlier mountains though in New Hampshire. So Mount Lafayette. Again, the other side's a little bit of backpack, but it is what it is. But we're descending. Oh, now it's announced descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure your seatbelt is securely fastened and all carry-on luggage is stowed safely and securely in the aircraft. Thank you.
Alexa, turn on office air.
Going to maintain 3,000, reduce speed to 190.
We got some foliage here though. Be a little early for peak, but I'm gonna turn that tablet off so you can see the whole thing here. No, it's not bad. Okay, let's see CTAF 122.8, so we're all set there. Mount Washington traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, 14 nautical miles south of the airfield. We're going to overfly and do a left 45 downwind entry for runway 10, full stop, Mount Washington. Got some good color there.
Number 625, Foxtrot eliminated approach to destination. 47 November, 65.
This is the awesome thing about being a pilot. This would be like a day trip. You can do a day trip up here. You know, if you take the 172, it's going to be about 10% faster. Just saying. Take the Arrow, and it's about 137 knots or so. It's probably a little less than the Arrow 2 that I fly, but Arrow 3 that's in the simulator is 137 knots true airspeed typically. Now I don't mind being a little higher here in the altitude. I think it's going to be right past that little hump there. So it's actually the airport's more out there. You can't really see it yet. Usually there's a little lake near it, so. We're at 6,300 feet. Enrich the mixture a little bit.
Way 376, hello, expect island 4 right, or down 703023.
We're also going to switch this to destination Unicom.
Traffic, Skyhawk 53996, 7 miles to the northwest, coming in for pattern on the 45, downwind runway 32.
Mount Lafayette in the distance.
Traffic 2 kilos here, turning 45 down 119, traffic.
Traffic 26 on downwind, runway 19, traffic.
Traffic 2 kilos here, turn down runway 19, traffic.
See the airport yet? I'm not seeing it yet. This one will pop up on you though. And when I stayed up here with the kids and wife, we stayed at Littleton, just a little bit to the west of Whitefield. There's I forget what hotel it was, but it was a pretty nice one. It has a Walmart right next to it too, in case you need anything. But we did make it up to Canby Lake Park at least this summer. So that was nice. We try to make that every year. That might be the airfield right in front of us. It's okay to not be at 2,000 feet yet, so. See, we're underneath Mount Washington right there. And that Santa's Village Children's Park, theme park if you will, is up here. But they have like a whole water park area too that's included. So like I said, if you have young children, you know, youngins to like probably about age 10-ish, it's a good place to go. And they also have another place called Storyland, which is based on like, these are the places I went when I was a kid too. So they've been around here forever. They're nice parks. Storyland's very much like it was when I was a kid, just a little more updated and modernized. But Santa's Village it's really grown with the water park and everything. So, if money were not an option, this would be an awesome way to get up here. So, I'm just saying. Right, that seems to be the airport over there. It is getting a little bit more colorful here. I think it's a little bit more colorful than where we departed. I could be wrong on that. It kind of looks the same, to be honest with you, in certain ways. Definitely representative of what's going on in the Northeast. Okay, we're at 4.5, and we're going down to 2,000 feet, like I said. So, give another position report. Mount Washington Regional says a 2 Echo Foxtrot. Going to be overflying the airfield at about 3,000 feet. And entering on a left 45 downwind for runway 10 full stop, Mount Washington. Just gonna change that to 3,000, so we kind of level out there. Rich in the mixtures, we get closer. Ground speed's about 89 knots. It's about what a 152 does. And we do see the airfield, so very cool. Yeah, it's got some color here, though. Look at that. Yeah, it's got some color. Always like seeing Mount Washington, even in real life. And we have some traffic out there as well. Mount Lafayette over there. Get a picture of that. Nope. Yeah, it's a little colorful. Relief peeping. Peeping Toms. Oh, it's pretty nice. A little bit of clouds there too, just popped up. Alright, we're gonna kick back on the RPMs a little bit.
The rocket short, final 10.
And as we descend to 3,000, overfly the airfield at 3,000. Pen altitude's 2. If that jet traffic, that'd be like 2,500. So again, 3,000 is good to go. Overflying the airfield.
Out of the southeast for a left downwind for runway 7.
Mount Washington traffic says the 2 Echo Foxtrot 3.5 miles south of the airfield. Go overfly at 3,000, then to our right. A left 45 downwind entry for only 10 full stop, Mount Washington. Very cool. Feeling some wind off these hills there, though. back at those RPMs. Keep that down.
Traffic.
That is the airfield. So I'm going to come out here, take a right turn, come in, and
For runway 7.
come right in for it. Okay, go this way. Set the DG. That's it, Mount Washington right there. I think it's default. Could be wrong on that. Might have some flight, some freeware. Check really fast, I guess. Yeah, it's default scenery, but it's not terrible. I like doing this flight in the simulator a lot, to be honest with you. So. Got some colors here. And Mount Washington traffic, Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot, overflight the airfield at 3000, Mount Washington.
Traffic, Vancouver for 19er Quebec. I'm 3 miles out. I'm going
That
to go.
Littleton is over there somewhere.
Mike, you go ahead. I'm going to go in and approach on a downwind, left downwind.
But alright, I'm gonna keep our descent going now to 2,000 feet.
Traffic, Skyhawk 7347.
Yep, not 1,000, 2,000,
Left
thank you.
downwind for 07.
Vertical speed. We're right above the airport. Right there. Taking a right turn pretty soon. Okay. Head this way just a little bit. You know, this wind's off the hills and what's causing a little bit of an issue there. We have a tower out there we gotta be careful of. Alright, I'm going to take it manual pretty soon. Switch on the Tobii tracker and all that stuff. Let's just get over there first.
Traffic, 19er Quebec base for 07.
Slow it down a little bit.
Traffic, 19er Quebec.
Pretty
final,
scenic though, huh?
07.
You got Mount Washington in the background there. Looking for that airfield. Keep it going. Guess it's really going to be left downwind entry here. No, almost a 45. Mount Washington Regional says it 2 Echo Foxtrot. 45 left downwind runway 10 full stop. Mount Washington. Okay, I am El Manuel. Tobii tracker on. Push him up just slightly. Alright, we are looking decent halfway up the wing strut. Just trying to get my trim under control here. Should be about 2,300.
Traffic, Skyhawk 7347.
Okay,
Left base 07.
we're looking good. Trim down a little bit more.
Traffic, Skyhawk
Beam the
7347,
numbers. Gonna go
07.
car beat on 1,700 RPMs. Start winding of flaps. Get it going on. Here we go. Car beat on. Back to 1,700. White arc. One thing of flaps. And angle down.
Traffic,
500
Skyline 2856 Romeo.
So should be about 80 knots.
But we're way out in the pastures.
Okay, can't really see. That's right out there. Alright, let's turn base.
Traffic, Skyline 2856 Romeo. Turning base leg 07.
Mount Washington traffic. Cessna 2 Echo Foxtrot left base runway 10 full stop. Mount Washington. Get back to 15. Keep it moving. Oh God, yeah. Back. Give me some flaps. We're also going very slow, but yeah, should extend to that base a little bit more. Right, throttle's out. I'm gonna try to get down here. Not the best setup.
Traffic Skyline 264 golf
right.
overhead for
Coming a little fast. Full flaps.
Full stop.
It's a little forgiving in a 152. Mount Washington Regional. Says the 2 Foxtrot final Roman 10 full stop. Mount Washington. Okay, should be about 60. Looking decent. Throttle's out. Yeah, a little shallow, but we'll take it. Welcome to Mount Washington Regional. I'm gonna try to turn off the left here. I think it does have advanced ground handling simulator. Aerodynamic braking actually kind of worked there, so cool. Alright, turning off, carb heat off. Verifying it's off.
Traffic, RV7.
There you go.
The departure in of runway 7 for the downwind.
Oh, I didn't read you, Bill. Give me a second. I was a little close. I could have extended a little bit more. But yeah, my peripheral's not as good as in real life. But anyways, flaps up. Let's go our checklist. We also have to call clear. So Mount Washington Regional says the 2 Echo Foxtrot clear of runway 10. Mount Washington. And checklist. We made it though. Okay, flaps up, carb heat off, strobes off. Turn the landing light off this time. Pitot wasn't used, trim set for takeoff. We made it. Alright, let's taxi to the ramp here. Just to the right. Here we go. WBI tracker on.
Traffic Scout 561 Papa is approaching the end of runway 7.
A little shallow on the flare too as well. But we landed it. That's what matters. It's the biggest thing. Now I have no throttle on, and this is literally like crawling like that down the taxiway here. It's a Marshall over there, so we'll go over there.
Traffic, Dinosaur 899 Delta Sierra 2000.
Welcome to Mount Washington Regional. We might take the drone came out for a little bit. Then I'm gonna end the stream, but I'll probably be rating someone on Twitch. I usually try to.
Traffic.
And if you don't mind, push that follow and subscribe buttons wherever you are, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. Appreciate all your support. So try to get more and more subscribers and followers. But here we go at the Marshall. No, a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Looking good, 1,000. Yep. Togai tracker off. Checklist. ELT verify silent. Avionics going off. So let's stop the chatter now while we got it here. Avionics off. Boop. 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 And that stays on. So it's just the way it is. No arming. Just turn it off. Okay, I was gonna leave it. Mixture full lean. I'm gonna turn off all lights except for beacon. And then mixture full lean. So you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, mags off, master off, lights off, parking brake. I never put it on. We put chocks on the planes at the flight school, but that won't get stuck. The reason why is if you get a hydraulic, problem, you're not gonna be able to do much. But oh, just doing that thing with the drone cam again. Here we are at Mount Washington Regional. Let me just turn off the distance thing because that sometimes messes with the elevation here. And I'll turn the tablet off so you can see. And here we are, Mount Washington Regional, everybody. Could have extended that down a little bit more. Mount Washington itself is over there past the cliffs. Mount Lafayette, I think, is over there. Let's go to Mount Washington because I always love going there. So let's do it. Highest point in New England. It's pretty cool to see. So. Yeah, the foliage is here. I mean, it's not full out rich, but just I would like to think there's a little bit more green than what there really is in real life. But they got the yellow trees going on too. So and over here, this is what happens on Mount Washington. It's so high that there's like a Arctic zone that you have to be really careful of. But this is a tramway. You could check a train up the mountain as well. And then here's the peak here, but you can see that the train's right there. We parked over here and we walked up here, and then the peak is like right over here. Actually, I think you get to step on it. It has a marker on it and everything. So, but see this road right here? This is the road that you drive up and go down again. So let's follow that. I'm gonna slow down the drone cam here. Come on, drone, slow down. Whoa. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you drive up this whole road here. See how it's going this way? See that? That's a turn-off point to save your brakes on the way down. That one is too. And they'd warn you. They like make sure that you take breaks and let your brakes cool off, because when you go down the mountain, it's pretty hectic there. And they warn you not to get out of the car in the Arctic area here, but look at that. It does look somewhat like that in real life. And the road goes all the way down the mountain. Curves. It's very scenic. They have an app that you listen to, and it tells you like the history and stuff like that. But it goes all the way down. And they have hiking trails here too, and they have backpackers and stuff. But people have died on this mountain doing that stuff, so not exactly what I want to do at first, being a first-time backpacker, hopefully next year. But then you come down here and it ends at the end. That's the main road to get to it. But you can see this area right here. They charge you right at this booth to go up there, and they charge you by the person. It's not even by the car. So this is the gift shop, and this is where you check in. And they told me, oh, it's gonna be kind of cloudy up there. Me being Mr. Dumb, I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. But yeah, it was pretty sketchy up there on the mountain. So pretty high. You can see that right there. And we'll go to it one more time. Highest point in New England. And then we're gonna go back to the airport and call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, this is always a nice flight on the simulator. I'd like to do it in real life sometime. So, from Mount Washington, the airport being that way through the clouds, this is where we're going to leave you from. And I want to say thank you very much for coming out. Thank you to everyone coming out. And streamed twice today. I did the Great Cycle Challenge biking thing today. Finished it up. And I was like, I really want to fly tonight. So I'm glad I did. So anyways, Eric Flight from Mount Washington, 6,600 feet up in the air. Tallest peak in New England. Wishing you a great night. Tip your bar and with your staff well. And if you're on Twitch, stay tuned. Push that follow button. But stay tuned because we're going to raid someone. If you're on YouTube, push the subscribe button. We're looking for more subscribers. We've got over 1,000 finally on YouTube. And on Kick, I'm just trying to get whoever wants to join. I am up to like 16, but that's Kick for you. So we'll continue to stream all three and do that. I'm going to disconnect from VetSim this time. And we're going to go to the end stream screen. You all have a great night. I'll see you soon. Eric Flight. Peace out. Have a great night.